I messed this up. I messed this up so badly. I didn't really have a general direction of how this should have been done. I just said, who do you think is going to be in there? And, well, to be honest, there's not a lot of good, strong comments that I can read because almost everybody said the same thing. Nearly everyone who commented in the last video said that Pac-Man looked like he was going to be a shoo-in. Then there were some other people saying that they were a strong fan of getting a Tales of character in there. Usually Llyod's name came up the most, and some people even brought up the fact that because he was a character in Super Smash Flash, a fan-made Super Smash Bros. Game, and how well he worked in that one, they figured, yeah, just put him in there because he works. There was also some strong Klonoa support as well, though everybody pretty much just said the same thing. Pac-Man is pretty much a shoo-in. And usually for the same reasons. He's the mascot, he's one of the most recognizable characters in video game history, and I would list everybody who said it, but it's hard to go through 650 comments and write down everyone's name correctly. I don't have time for that. Ugh, that's why I messed this up. In fact, there were only 5 comments that caught my attention. Either just something to point something out, or just something that I feel I need to correct. So, let's take a look at some of these comments. Only 5 comments, and why only 5? Like I said, nearly everyone said the exact same thing. How can I comment on people saying, Pac-Man in, Pac-Man, get Pac-Man, Pac-Man's gonna be in, Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Pac-Man. And then you had Llyod, Emil, Llyod, Emil, Llyod, Emil, Luke. And then you had Klonoa, and there was even some support for Tekken and Soul Calibur. And I can understand that. I really can. I don't know if they're going to, but like I said, Pac-Man does seem like the most likely candidate. Okay, before I lose track of what I'm saying again, I'm just going to go through those 5 comments and then make another apology. Okay, the first comment I'm going to talk about is from Metajex, who was talking about the Sakurai statement that might have been mistranslated, saying that he wasn't talking about the old characters from Melee, he was talking about the characters from old games like Clu Clu Land. He wanted to put characters like those in the next Smash Brothers. Well, there's no real strong concrete evidence as to what he said, at least not from what I've seen. You can prove me wrong, please do, just so I can be informed. But I would rather believe that he's going to put in all the old characters just so he can make everyone happy. For the record, the characters from Melee who were left out in Brawl I barely ever played as. They were either clones or I didn't like their movesets. But the only reason I want them back is just what makes everyone else happy. And hopefully that they get a new moveset so I can enjoy playing as them. Okay, this next one comes from Brawlmaster012, who was more excited about having an actual fighting game developer work on the game than a Namco character being in there. That makes a lot of sense. Namco is well renowned for its Tekken and Soul Calibur series. Soul Calibur 2 has been on the GameCube, and I believe it was actually more popular because of Link. They had Soul Calibur Legends on the Wii, which I heard was not that good, and then you have Tekken, which is on the 3DS and will be coming out for the Wii U. So I understand the fact that having an actual fighting game company who's done multiple fighting games before, who are well renowned for them, having them balance everything out and having them work on it. Not only that, but I also feel that having such a big group working on the game might actually help make the game be completed a bit faster. I'm not saying we're going to see it this year, I'm not saying we're going to see it next year. 2014 still seems like the surefire deadline. Maybe late 2014. Alright, moving on. Mario Link Genofan pretty much wrote in there that it won't be a Nintendo vs. Namco game. I never said it would be. I'm just saying that if any third-party character gets in there, Namco definitely has dibs. Even you've said that, and yes, he does agree that Pac-Man is pretty much the likely candidate. He just doesn't want to see any other Namco characters, and I had to ask, and this is also to the one other person who wrote in there that it should still only be with Nintendo characters, do you just not like other third-party characters? I mean, this is me talking. Even I like games that aren't from Nintendo. I love characters like Mega Man and Bomberman. And I would have no problem putting them in a game like this because I love this game and I love these characters. And I would love to see how they could be played in this game. If you don't like the characters, you don't have to play as them. Maybe for the story mode and the event matches, just maybe, but how much of a pain could it be just to play as them for a little bit? And would it really be that much of a problem to have maybe 50 Nintendo characters and 5 third-party characters? What's the problem? Moving on, I know I said I was going to do 5 comments, but it really turns out I only need to talk about 4. The other one that I was going to talk about was just another correction, but it was a very minor one, and I don't feel like I need to bring it up. The last one is from Threadnought. Oh boy, over 500 comments, so why do you still make these? Last time I checked, that video had over 650 comments, but this is still technically true as it's over 500 comments. But as you get the idea, that's a lot of comments to go through, that's a lot of people's names to write in there, that's a lot of bunching up, and it just takes too much time. I do not have that time. I want to try and work on my next review and top 10. The script for my next top 10 is actually almost finished, so hooray for that! As I said, I just want to apologize again. I didn't fully think this out. There weren't a lot of comments that I could go through, and I just did not have the time to bunch everything together. I'm very sorry about that. I have an idea of what I can do for my next What's Your Opinion video, but I'm going to wait on that one. I'm going to wait till I get another review and top 10 done, and even the generic Q&A session. I don't know why I'm bringing that up right now, I just feel like I need to. Also, I want to point out real quickly that I was very happy to see that nobody in the comment section was saying that having Namco Bandai co-develop the next Super Smash Bros. Game was not a problem. I did not see anybody write a comment like that, so I'm very happy that people are thinking logically here. And, you know, with Masahiro Sakurai still overlooking the project, and I guess a sort of a veteran team of fighting game developers behind it, I think it's in really good hands.